Ready to air. 3, 2, 1.
Good morning and welcome to Wbrg. We're excited to be here with you again today. We have a great show planned today, right guys?
That's right. We will be finishing our series on the fruit of the Spirit by covering the final 2 items mentioned in Galatians. Remember, the passage teaches us that when we follow Jesus, the Holy Spirit lives in us and helps to act in ways that show others how much we love Him. Rafiki, why don't you remind us what those verses say?
I'm not sure I can help you guys with that.
Oh, all right. Jimmy, you want to take it?
Sure. Galatians 5:22 says the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness. And this week we will cover the last 2 fruits, gentleness and self-control.
I know Jimmy needs some help with self-control and gentleness.
Dude, what do you mean? What's up with you today?
I can't believe you don't remember.
While we straighten this out, let's go to Miss Anna and see what the Bible has to teach us about gentleness and self-control.
Thanks, guys. Now, let's remember the last time you said something that you wish you hadn't. Or maybe you threw a little temper tantrum when you didn't get your way. Although we can always try to do better next time, we can't take back those words or actions. Think of it like this. Someone cuts in front of you in line, so you push them back out of the way.
Ugh, that is so frustrating.
Or your brother calls you a name, so you shout back with mean and hurtful words.
I've definitely yelled at my sister.
Your mom gives you money to spend on school supplies, but you buy candy instead.
I've never thought about spending money wisely as self-control.
Your grandmother bakes cookies for you, and you and your siblings eat all of them.
Yeah, probably should have stopped. It made my stomach hurt.
Now, Haley, let's get this cleaned up. I want you to put all that toothpaste back in the tube.
I don't think that's possible.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure it's not possible. We get ourselves into a mess when we don't use self-control, just like this toothpaste mess. And even if we wanted to put it back into the tube, we realize we can't. We can't take back our mean words or actions either. When we speak or act without thinking first, we are not using self-control or responding with gentleness.
So what can we do to be more gentle and have more self-control?
Let's go to the Bible to see an example. This Bible story is from Luke 15. It is about a son who does not show self-control when he is given a little bit of freedom. We will see what happens to him and how his father responds to him and his choices. Here's the story of the prodigal son from the Saddleback Kids. Take a look.
A man had 2 sons. The younger son told his father,
Excuse me?
I want my share of your estate now, before you die.
Okay.
So his father agreed and gave his son his inheritance.
Woohoo!
A few days later, this younger son packed all his belongings
See ya.
and moved to a distant land. And there he wasted all his money in wild living.
Huh?
About the time his money ran out, a great famine swept over the land,
Aw, man.
and he began to starve.
Hey, you!
He convinced a local farmer to hire him,
Thank you.
and the man sent him into his fields to feed the pigs. The young man became so hungry that even the food he was feeding the pigs looked good to him. But no one gave him anything. Finally, he said to himself, "At home, even the servants have food enough to spare, and here I'm dying of hunger.
I know.
I will go home to my father and apologize and ask him to take me on as a servant." So he returned home to his father. And while he was still a long way off, his father saw him coming. Filled with love and compassion, he ran to his son.
Sir!
His son said to him, "Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and I am no longer worthy of being called your son." But his father said to the servants, "Quick, bring the finest robe in the house and put it on him. get a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet, and kill the calf we have been fattening. We must celebrate with a feast, for this son of mine was dead and now has returned to life. He was lost, but now he is found." So the party began.
All right, yeah.
Meanwhile, the older son was in the fields working. When he returned home, he heard music and dancing in the house,
Huh? Hey, you.
and he asked one of the servants what was going on. "Your brother is back," he was told, "and your father has killed the fattened calf. We are celebrating because of his safe return."
Woohoo! All right, party time. All right, yahoo!
The older brother was angry and wouldn't go in. His father came out and begged him,
Oh man.
but he replied, "All these years I've slaved for you and never once refused to do a single thing you told me to. And in all that time you never gave me even one young goat for a feast with my friends. Yet when this son of yours comes back after wasting your money, you celebrate by giving him a great feast." His father said to him, "Look, dear son, you have always stayed by me, and everything I have is yours. We had to celebrate this happy day, for your brother was dead and has come back to life. He was lost, but now he is found."
So, in this story, the son could not control himself. He wanted to share of his father's money and do whatever he wanted. Once he got it, he had no self-control. He did not control his actions, his responses, his money, nothing. But when he decided to go home to his father, he was greeted with gentleness and open arms. The father could have responded in a much different way, but he showed self-control and he showed kindness and forgiveness. His self-control helped him respond with gentleness. These two things go hand in hand. Let's head back to the news desk for more on this. Guys?
You're right, Miss Anna. The father's response to the son was definitely surprise. What a great example.
The book of Titus in the Bible teaches us that followers of Jesus should be kind and always show gentleness to all people. To show gentleness means to be calm and humble in the things you say and do.
But how do you do that? Especially when someone upsets you.
You use the second fruit of the day, self-control. Self-control means keeping ourselves from doing something we shouldn't by controlling our words and actions. Pretty much, the key is asking God to help us. 2 Timothy 1:7 says that God doesn't give us a spirit that makes us afraid. Instead, he gives us a spirit of power and love and self-control.
So you're saying that having self-control helps us to be able to show gentleness,
Yeah,
and God can help us with that?
pretty much. When we follow Jesus, the Holy Spirit lives in us, and we can be self-controlled in our responses by reacting with gentle actions and calm words.
Sounds like these two fruits go together. You know, like one big super fruit. Fruits with superpowers.
Sure.
I'm not sure that's the best example, but I guess that's a good way to remember it.
Let's head over to worship now with the one and only Jesus Jammers.
I searched the world, but it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise, treasures that fade, were never enough.
got me fired up. See, guys, I have to be honest with you. I came in here and I was kind of upset because, you know, the incident. But learning about gentleness and self-control has helped me with my attitude.
What incident?
Oh, don't act like you don't remember. Trust falls.
Oh boy.
Jimmy,
No.
you got my back. You counted on me, I count on you.
No.
No. My feelings weren't the only things that were hurt that day. I wanted to come in here today and yell at you and push you and mess with your luscious white hair. However, I learned that I need to use self-control and respond with gentleness.
Hold on. First of all, don't even think about touching my luscious white locks, buddy. Do you have any idea how long it takes to get hair this perfect? I told you we were not doing trust falls, and I told you I was not going to catch you. But I should have been prepared. I'd like to take this moment to apologize.
Thanks, Jimmy. I forgive you. Air 5?
Certainly.
Glad y'all can figure something out.
Yeah. After hearing today's lesson, I came up with a way to help me when I feel like I might be upset or do something that may cause more hurt. I can stop, pray, and go do the next right thing.
That's pretty cool. Do that again.
Stop, pray, go do the next right thing.
I like that. That's a great way to make sure that we don't just react to something when it upsets us, but that we make sure to ask God to help us find self-control and respond in a calm and gentle way.
Yep. It's my superfruit motto. Remember, gentleness and self-control go together, like superfruit.
Yep, superfruit. So how about we get to the weather now?
Weather. Hey guys! It's kind of raining, about to storm. I wanted to go play with my friends today, but I'm gonna have to have self-control. Wait for the sun to come out. Back to y'all at the news desk.
We don't always think of a tomato as a fruit. In cooking, it's usually utilized as a vegetable, but technically it's classified as a fruit.
A lot of fruits are good to put in your lunchbox, like an apple or pear. But if you put a tomato in your lunchbox, it could get crushed easily.
A tomato is a great example of something that needs to be handled with care so that it doesn't ruin. You could toss an apple back and forth with little concern, but with a tomato, you have to be more careful.
We're going to show you a fun game to play outside this summer. It'll remind us to be gentle with our words and actions.
All you need is some water balloons and a bucket or basket. Today we have red balloons to remind us of tomatoes. The goal of the game is to get as many water balloons in the bucket as possible without popping them. If they do break, you have to stop and say today's superfruit pledge. Stop, pray, and go do the next right thing.
After each toss, you move the bucket back until all of them break. You can also do this with the spoon.
After all the balloons have popped, stop and discuss with your parents or siblings sometimes when being gentle might not be so easy. Remind them to stop, pray, and go do the next right thing. Macy has another activity inside for us today. Macy?
Thanks, ladies. I don't know about you, but things have felt a little stressful for me over the past couple months. There are a lot of changes and a lot of hard situations that we don't have all the answers to yet. When we feel stressed, it's easy to lose control of our temper and say things we shouldn't or not be as gentle as we need to be. So today, we are going to make a superfruit stress ball that we can squeeze when we feel overwhelmed. Hopefully, it will remind us of the superfruit of gentleness and self-control and help us to stop, pray, and go do the next right thing. Here's what you'll need. A heavy-duty balloon. Choose the color you want to represent your superfruit. Flour, a funnel, green craft foam or construction paper, permanent marker, scissors, and a pencil. First, cut a leaf shape from the green craft foam or construction paper. Next, get a parent and have them help you fill up the balloon with flour. You can use a funnel or you can have them hold it open like this. Then, stick the top of the balloon through the hole in the leaf. Tie the balloon, but first try to squeeze out any extra air. Finally, draw a face on the balloon with permanent marker. Once the marker dries, you can use the superfruit when you feel stressed. Take a minute to squeeze out some of those icky feelings. Then you can remember to stop, pray, and go do the next right thing. Right, Rafiki?
See, guys, this is really catching on. I told you all a while back, I set the trends.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Oh, well, viewers, that wraps up our last episode in this series. We had a great time sharing the last few weeks with you online, learning about the fruit of the Spirit. We sure hope to be heading back to our church classrooms soon, but who knows? We may be back with more Wbrg. Please continue to check in on this page for more information over the next few weeks.
But for now, do it with me, guys. Stop, pray, and go do the next right thing.